welcome back everybody to another Wake Your Dumb Ass Up morning show brought to you by BigBrainUniversity.com. Cannabis and chairs, cultivar, and cramps and shit like that. Pain from sitting. Does anybody have pain out there? Pain in your joints, pain in your lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, fucking anywhere. Well, in your feet, in your legs. Where's the pain at? Because my guess is almost everybody's out there is in pain. And we're not like talking about it. We're not telling each other, hey, I'm like actually in pain right now. Do this, it hurts. Maybe we are talking to people about it. Maybe you're seeking treatment. Maybe you've tried to seek treatment and it didn't work. What we have to talk about today that I want to discuss on a little drive here, on these super well documented on the fly, AI scripted out. I ask AI everything and then I memorize what I'm going to say. So everything I just said today was all an AI script. That's how you know it's good. And that you should stay and listen. All right, so those jokes aside, because I'm not going to say all jokes aside, because I'm going to make some more jokes. Maybe. Let's start with addressing the pain. Let's go to chairs second. Chairs is pretty fucking simple. Most of your pain's coming from sitting. Stop sitting. Or modify how you're sitting. What I'm doing is trying a kneeling chair, and that is actually like light at the end of the tunnel. It's like the relief that I've been looking for this entire time. Try a kneeling chair. If you're having issues with like your neck, your back, it is most likely coming from sitting. I don't want to sit here and talk about like oh God, is this an ambulance? Or is this like a wide load? I can't tell. Okay. Not an ambulance, so I don't have to stop and pull over. All right. Yeah, that part of this is simple. Remove the chair part of it or modify it. Sitting and standing, that didn't really do it for me. The sitting is really was the problem. Now, some people probably don't have issues sitting, but I would argue that they actually do have stiffness and stuff that they deal with in different ways than maybe having because like my colleague that I work with doesn't have issues with sitting. Says she's fine. Like, nope, I'm good. Like, okay. Well, some people, I guess, can sit there comfortably. But I would say, again, it manifests in different ways. Sitting there with all day, it's not healthy for your spine. It's just straight up. It's sitting. So that's the chairs part of this. Kneeling chair, probably the way to go for most people. At least alternate your forms of sitting throughout the day. Sit in a chair, stand, then sit in a kneeling chair, stand, sit in a chair, sit in a kneeling chair. Just do something different. Cannabis, cultivar. Oh my God. So I've been smoking for quite a while. Ever since I had been out to Seattle and it was legal, I've partaken. Now, that's been many years ago. I can't tell you exactly how many right off the top of my head. But the subject I'm trying to get to about cannabis is how to consume it. Most people are going to smoke it. A lot of noobs are going to find edible or something like that. It's just, as a noob, an edible's probably not the way to go, because there's just no way to gauge really what's going to happen for you. Okay? So just as a little advice, just probably don't do an edible as your first time experience with cannabis, because everybody's tolerance is different. I can handle a lot of THC and terpenes and trichomes and not really function any differently than I normally would. It just kind of addresses pain for me. So, the breakthrough, the revelationary thing that has happened for me that I've discovered, I came across what's called ball vaping or analog vaping. I think there's even different names out there for it, but basically it's a little chamber filled with silicone balls, stainless steel balls, ruby. You know, there are different types of ball. Quartzite, there are different types of balls. Maybe quartzite's wrong, but I think it's right. I can't remember. There are a lot of different kinds. Silicone. And basically they sit in the chamber, the chamber gets heated up, the balls retain the heat, and then you put that chamber right next to the flower as the heating. Instead of torching it, using butane lighters, the hemp rope or whatever that shit is, so you're not inhaling the butane from the lighters. Like, this method, ball vaping, it bypasses all of that. It's just vastly superior to any other method of consuming flower, smoking flower, that I've ever experienced. It's just hands down the absolute best. Now, people might be like, well, there's been dry flower vapes for a long time. Go buy Dr. Dabber, go buy Venti, go buy this, go buy that, go buy Pax, go buy Firefly, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I've tried a lot of those, and they all fucking suck. To be honest with you, they all suck. They don't do what I'm trying, they don't hit like I'm trying to get fucking hit. I'm trying to get fucking hit, dude, by this. Like, I'm trying to get a good hit. Like, though, it's like, when you smoke flower, or you take a big bong rip, you're losing so many of the terpenes and trichomes, which is what's giving you the effects of the weed. It's not the THC that's giving you the effects. So if you're torching most of what's giving you the effects, what the fuck are you doing? You know. So it's like, well, okay, well then you should vape it. Okay, but the vaping techniques have sucked. It's not. You feel like you could sit there and vape all day and not like get what you're looking for. You know, you don't get the throat hit, you don't get the face heat feeling. Like, with the ball vapes, you get that. You get that, and it's like even better, because you don't, all of the big cloud that you get, all of the vapor, it's just the stuff off of the flower. You're not combusting anything. When you're combusting, most of the smoke is from the material, the plant material, and you're actually just destroying most of the terps and trichomes. So I'm telling you, it's like an instant pain relief, like full body pain relief. I can feel it. Like I can feel it, because I have lived with a high amount of pain, like in the middle of my fucking shoulders, base of my neck. Like, all of that has been super stiff for a long time. And even at the, like, sitting, the base of my, front of my hips, like all this shit from sitting, that, like, even being active, like I would ride bike, I would play basketball, I would go to the gym, I would do all these things where it's like, how can you be sore and stiff? You're so active. It's like, I can't exactly explain that either. But what I can tell you is what I did for a day job was fucking have to sit there on computers. And for years, that's what I did. So it's like the stiffness kind of crept up on me, and then it's been really hard to correct. Because once you're out of posture and you're still having to sit all day, well, now you just have an expounding problem. I think that's the right word, expounding. Or an exponential problem that just keeps getting worse. Or it stays the same, right? And you don't really make any progress. So what I can say is, like, even just turning my head, little movements, I would notice quite a bit of pain and restriction. That part is still healing. It's like a long process. But the ball vape is like you hit the flower, and it's like immediate. You just feel like, oh man, no, this stuff really does like help for pain relief. Like, no, it's big time. It's totally fucking noticeable. Anybody who's trying to deny it is an absolute like fucking moron. Like an absolute moron. It's totally obvious. Like, if you don't believe me, let me put you in the same amount of pain I'm in, and then let me get you up. Let me get you high. Smoke you out, bro. You're going to feel it instantly. And it's like taking Advil, or like, fuck all that, dude. Fuck all that. Unless you're going to take like an opiate, like a fucking, like morphine or something strong, like an oxycodone, but those are so addictive. This, you're just like, you're getting like an instant bit of pain relief from vaping some dry flower, so that like you can even put that through a water pipe, a little bubbler, and filter out so you're not hitting the vape pen directly. So what I bought is a product from Mad Heaters, madheaters.com. I think it's a product from the UK, so they had to ship it over. But it's called the Tempest 2. It's actually not very easy to get because the availability, I don't think they even have any available. They've been sold out for months. When I found it, they had like 2 of them available, and I just so happened to get one. If you do choose to go this route, I would highly recommend the full kit that they send, because it has been life changing to the point that, listen to me, people, when I tell you that if somebody offers me to hit a bowl, I'm definitely gonna be thinking twice about hitting it, because it's just gonna taste like ash, like assy ash, like ugh. It tastes so fucking bad. I think that might be the first time I've sworn, maybe not, but it tastes so bad. This was something that I noticed immediately after switching to the vape, and then I was on the way home, I stopped somewhere, blah blah blah, I was at somebody's house, hit a bowl, and it just tasted like, I was like, ugh, this tastes like like a cigarette. This tastes like cigarette ashtray is what it reminded me of. I was just like, what? I've been smoking these bowls for years. Like years. And just like that, my taste sensitivity and my experience with consumption like dramatically changed, where I'm like, even a joint, like I'd probably partake for the social part of it, and like, you still get a good buzz, but I'm not gonna deny that I'm gonna be like, this, if anybody's like, oh man, that tastes good, that tastes like this, I'm gonna be like, this like tastes like straight ash, dude. Like I can't taste it anymore because I'm just, the ash is so bad. It's that big of a fucking difference. Like, some people may have taken dabs. For those of the smokers out there that come across this, if you've hit a dab of concentrate, this is like, I'm not gonna say it's equivalent to hitting a dab, because you hit a good dab, you can like lose your fucking breath, dude. Like, and it hits you so hard, you'd be like, oh my god. But hitting this Tempest too, like, you fill that bowl full in, pack it in there good. Like, my buddy was coughing, like saying like, dude, I can't breathe. Like I even hit one there, I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, that was almost like a psychedelic experience. I was like, whoa. Like, whoa. Like, that's the rip I'm looking for. We are in fucking business, baby. Yeah. Oh, man. It's... I do all that as I'm like speeding up to get on the interstate. So it was like good timing to get excited. But for good reason too. Like, oh my God, guys. It's been like, it's a life-changing experience. It's like a revelationary experience. Like I'm even looking at the plant completely differently. Like, I'm in a legal state where I can grow, so I can be honest about I'm growing too. Got some lemon skunk in the tent right now. It's like, I don't even know the biggest nugs in there, dude. One of them in there, I don't even know if I can fit my whole hand around it. It's so fucking big. It's like King Cola, bro. Or Queen Cola, whatever you want to say. Like, and then there's a bunch of them. I just figured out, because this strain like grew through the roof, dude. I haven't had a strain yet. It just grew like was going to go through the tent roofs and just trying to like make contact with the lights up there. So I had to scrog it. People who don't know what scrogging is, you bend the plant over basically and put a net over top of them. Well, when you do this, you're also exposing a bunch of those lower flowering sites. You're leveling them off with hops. So the plant treats them like they're all tops, like they're all main colas. So they all get pretty much equal distribution of nutrients and growth. So you get a whole bunch of more big old Budley colas on there. And this lemon skunk strain is like my 5th grow, right? I've grown some Blue Dream, I've grown Runts, Blueberry Muffin, Pineapple Express. I got some Pink Mist going in there right now too, but those are just seedlings at the moment. They're just coming into the veg stage, about a week old. And the lemon skunk that is flowered right now, like maybe 2 weeks out, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks out from harvest. One of them anyway, 2 of them. They're just, they're so frosty with trichomes, dude. So frosty. The little, oh my God. They're so frosty, dude. I'm like, I just switched. I started with grow dots. I'll sit here and talk about growing for fucking days, dude, just because it's so interesting. So I'm just going to rip on like some of the details of growing here. Then I'm going to let you go. What I really wanted to hit on was like, dude, ball vaping. If you guys are consuming out there, like ball vaping is what you're looking for. If the electronic devices and all the other stuff, even like a volcano, like this is way better than a volcano. Way better than a volcano. Like it's, and the device is like, there aren't any like moving battery operated parts. It's just like a pen. It's like a pen-sized device that is made of such like high quality stuff that it's super easy to clean. It's crazy. You gotta check it. You gotta check into it. If you're it's a little expensive to get the whole setup, but the whole setup like comes with an induction heater, so you're not using a torch, not going through butane like crazy. It's just a rechargeable battery operated induction heater you can take with you. So this whole setup's portable. Then there's a reload case, and then there's a case for your Tempest 2 pen. I would suggest getting all of them. And they were actually out of the case for the Tempest 2 pen, but they must have had one or something, because they actually sent one with my order, even though I didn't get to actually order one. They sent one with, and it's like, it's such a game changer. I'm so glad they sent it. Like, I've been so happy with that purchase. Like, it was worth the $350 or whatever it was to do all this. And I suppose I bought another glass piece because it, like, even you can put this pen, it fits into like all sorts of different sizes of like water pipe adapters. So you can just put it right in there. I just put it right into the water pipe. But the water pipes I had I had been combusting flower through them, so they all like get dirty, you know? Even if you try to clean them every day, like I could still taste the ashiness from from the combustion. I could still taste it through the water. So it's like it's so clean, like I could actually taste, you can taste the flavor. If you put like flavored water in there, you could fucking taste it. I haven't even actually tried that, but I know you could, because I could taste the glass. That's how clean of a method this ball vaping is. You're really just taking what you want off of the flower instead of all of the crap off the flower. And not only are you're getting so much more of it. Like the only more effective method that you could do for getting more out of the consuming cannabis is in the form of an edible. You'd have to eat it, because it would go, it's just different. Like the absorption is, you're just able to, there's just so much science that goes into it. Like I was going to talk about some of the grow details. I mean, basically, if you're interested in that, you're still around, I'll fill you in a little bit. I started with using grow dots. I'm using coco coir with perlite and auto pots. So I figured, as a new grower, the least amount of effort and variables that I have to figure out, like how much water do I need to give it? You know, how many nutrients do I need to give it? Like how would I figure that out as a new grower? That would be so hard. There'd be so much room for error. So I was like, oh, I found auto pots. So I was like, okay, so you just fill the reservoir with the water that you mix nutrients into. At first I found grow dots though, so grow dots I mixed into the coco coir. But the plants I was getting wasn't like, it's not what I'm seeing on people growing on YouTube, you know, like I'm getting a product, yeah, and it's not that bad, but it's certainly like these buds are pretty small, like compared to what I'm seeing. So I switched up my nutrient line to Athena, and now, like I said, dude, I'm getting buds I can't even fit my hand around. They're just caked with I'm so excited to smoke this next one, dude, because this lemon skunk run, I didn't have like any sort of issues during the grow. Like nothing came up. Like during all the other ones, it was kind of like, well, I would make a mistake here or there, or like my pH, measuring my pH was off because I didn't have a good meter, you know. So basically, yeah, it's coco coir, auto pots, and Athena. It's that simple. Like, yeah, there's little things like, okay, what type of tents do I have, and all this stuff in the tents, and how am I germinating, blah 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 blah. But that's probably for another episode. Yeah, it's starting to rain, a couple drops here, so that's probably a good time to finish it up. Thanks for dropping in, appreciate it. If you're dealing with pain, again, I'm going to repeat myself one more time. Cannabis in chairs, dude. Cannabis in chairs.